Another area that's become really popular is our bookkeeping service. So we now have clients who want to outsource their full finance function. Why? Well, because we can get the right people doing the right work at the right level. We often come across firms who have got management accountants who are doing bookkeeping, or bookkeepers who are trying to pull together forecasts and budgets. And unfortunately, it doesn't work in both situations. One, you're paying a management accountant far too much to be doing bookkeeping, and the opposite, you're not going to get the quality of information you need to run your business. So our bookkeeping service allows us to provide the right member of team doing the right work. And so here, what our software allows us to do, it will review the number of transactions you have in your business, and then we can quote based on taking this service on, not on a time basis, but on a transaction basis. So we've got bank reconciliation, so we can pull the last few months' bank transactions and say, is this consistent, or is it seasonal, or are we expecting this to ebb and flow throughout the year? And so once we get an idea of roughly where your average transactions are, we can say, look, for us to reconcile those bank transactions, this is what you're going to pay us. We can do the sales invoice side, so we can raise your sales invoices on your behalf. It isn't a service we have a lot of uptake on, and that's because the software like Xero is amazingly simple, and there's even an app where you can raise your own invoices. So what we would say is, look, why don't you raise your invoices and we'll chase the debt, or we'll reconcile the money when it comes in. Again, it's good to know that we can go into that granular detail. Then we've got the purchase invoice side. So again, we work with the best software. So if you say to us, look, we want you to do all our bookkeeping, reconcile all our purchases and expenses. So what we're going to do, we're going to set you up with a software called Dext. And what Dext does, provides you with an app and an emailing address. So any invoice you get, you're either going to have an app where you can take a photo of it. So you can literally take a photo, upload it to the system, we've got access to that. Or you're going to have PDF emailed to you. We're going to give you an email address, so it'll be client@dext.cc. And so you're going to, anything that comes in relating to an invoice, you're just going to forward it on, knowing it's going to get sorted by our team. The software isn't only just doing that part of the work, it's reading those invoices. So it's going to say, if you've got a coffee from Costa, it's going to say Costa coffee, the amount, it's going to extract that. If there's VAT to recover on it, it's going to say we're going to recover that much VAT. And once you tell it once that when you go to Costa, it relates to staff entertaining or client entertaining or subsistence, the software is going to learn and it's going to know that that's what it relates to. So we're automating your finance function in the background, making it as efficient as possible. Payments, so again, if you're saying to us, we want to do regular payment runs, again, it's a service we offer, and we work with the best apps, which will say, we'll be on Xero and we'll say, look, these are the ones that need paying, and we'll ask you through the software to automate them, and we can then also raise the payments on your behalf. The final thing that tends to need paying is the staff and the expenses. So we've got multiple options for this really. Like I say, we've got through our payroll sorted, our payroll supplier, we've got modular. This is going to be the most efficient way to do it. And like I say, as part of, once you say to them, I'm happy with that payroll, not only will the pay slips be sent out on the agreed date, but also they're going to get paid on the agreed date. And instead of raising 10, 20, 30 payments to your staff, you're just going to raise one payment to top up your modular account, and then it's going to be plain sailing. Another thing we see quite commonly with the bookkeeping side is people just say, look, I've got Xero, but it's just a complete mess, and I've never been told how to use it. So we can offer a full Xero support where we can either come in and do a batch update and just say, look, let's get it all clean, tidied, and so you can get back to having a clean set of accounts, so you know exactly who you need to pay and who owes you money. Or we can have it as a monthly service, so we just say, look, don't feel like you're worried about talking to us. You can have a direct contact whenever you've got a problem on Xero. Just drop us a quick email or a WhatsApp, and we'll jump on, screen share with you and solve that problem with you. And so after a couple of months, it might be like, perfect, all my problems I've had now are solved, I've been trained up to use it properly, and so we drop that service off.